The Oklahoma Sooners are one of the most recognizable brands in all of college football. From the iconic crimson and cream colors to the Boomer Sooner chant echoing through Memorial Stadium, Oklahoma represents tradition, consistency, and championship expectations. No matter the era, the Sooners are almost always part of the national conversation. In 2025, that reputation has once again proven justified as Oklahoma finds itself back on college football's biggest stage, the College Football Playoff. For longtime fans, this season feel like a return to form. For new viewers, it's a reminder of why Oklahoma football has commanded respect for well over a century. Oklahoma football traces its roots all the way back to 1895, making it one of the oldest programs in the sport. Over the decades, the Sooners have built one of the most successful resumes in college football history, defined by sustained excellence rather than brief flashes of dominance. Few programs can match Oklahoma's combination of longevity, winning percentage, conference titles, and national relevance across multiple generations of the sport. The foundation of Oklahoma's dominance was cemented during the Bud Wilkinson era in the 1950s. Wilkinson's teams were not just good, they were historically great. His Sooners won 3 national championships and put together a 47-game win streak that still stands as the longest in college football history. That stretch transformed Oklahoma from a strong regional program to a national powerhouse and established expectations that still define the program today. In the 70s and 80s, Barry Switzer took the reins and kept Oklahoma firmly at the top of the sport. Switzer's teams blended physicality with speed and creativity, winning 3 more national championships and consistently competing for titles. The Sooners became known for being tough, fast, and fearless, especially in big games. Rivalries like Oklahoma versus Texas became national events, further cementing the Sooners' place back in the college football culture. The modern era brought Bob Stoops, who restored Oklahoma to national prominence at the turn of the century. Under Stoops, the Sooners won the 2000 national championship and became a near-permanent fixture in major bowl games and a top 5 ranking. Oklahoma evolved into an offensive powerhouse in the 2010s, producing Heisman Trophy winners and playoff appearances while remaining one of the winningest programs in the country. What separates Oklahoma from many blue blood programs is consistency. Across different conferences, coaching staffs, styles of play, the Sooners have remained relevant. Their move to the SEC only added another chapter to this history, one filled with new challenges, tougher schedules, higher scrutiny, but throughout it all, Oklahoma's identity has remained the same: compete, contend, and expect championships. The 2025 season marked a major turning point for Oklahoma football under head coach Brent Venables. After a difficult 24 campaign that exposed growing pains in the SEC, the Sooners entered this season with something to prove. They responded with resilience, discipline, and a renewed defensive edge, finishing the regular season with a 10-2 record against one of the toughest schedules in the country. This year's Oklahoma team wasn't flashy every week, but it was effective. The defense became the backbone of the roster, consistently keeping opponents in check and stepping up in high-leverage moments. The defining moment of the season came with Oklahoma's road win over Alabama, a gritty, physical victory that instantly changed the national perception of this team. That win served as Oklahoma's college football playoff statement, proving that they could go toe-to-toe with any foe within the sport. There were setbacks along the way, though. Offensive inconsistency and injuries occasionally slowed momentum, and losses to top SEC competition tested the team's confidence. But Oklahoma responded well late in the season, closing strong and building a playoff-worthy resume. By the time the college football playoff selection was announced, the Sooners had done enough. Quality wins, elite defensive metrics, and a proven ability to compete in close games, that all earned themselves a spot in the expanded playoff this year. Oklahoma has been under a microscope throughout the 2025 season, and much of that attention stems from the program's transition into a new identity. National media outlets have focused heavily on the Sooners as a case study of what success is in the SEC, and for traditional powerhouse programs, it may look different than for the Sooners. Every win and every loss, every single offensive struggle has been dissected and debated on television panels and social media. One of the biggest storylines has been Brent Venables himself, known primarily as a defensive mastermind. He has received praise for transforming Oklahoma into one of the most physically imposing defenses in the country. Analysts frequently highlight how the Sooners win differently than they did in previous years, relying less on explosive offensive power and more on discipline, toughness, and field position. This psychological shift has fueled debates about whether Oklahoma's new style is sustainable in the playoff. Television ratings tell another story, though, as Oklahoma has been one of the most watched teams in college football this season, drawing massive audiences regardless of kickoff time or opponent. That attention comes from both curiosity and expectation, as fans want to see another Oklahoma team truly belong within the SEC. The offense in particular has been a lightning rod for discussion. Some analysts argue that Oklahoma's conservative approach limits its ceiling, especially against teams that can score quickly. Others counter that the Sooners' ability to win ugly, control tempo, and force turnovers makes them a dangerous playoff opponent. Social media reaction has mirrored the divide, with fans alternating between cautious optimism and vocal skepticism. Adding to the intrigue has been late season roster movement and injury news, which sparked concerns about depth heading into the playoffs. With Oklahoma's quarterback having lots of issues with health, we will have to see how Oklahoma can handle this. Those storylines only intensify coverage, framing Oklahoma as both a dangerous sleeper and a vulnerable contender, a combination that keeps national attention locked in on the Sooners. So how can the Sooners win their first round matchup against the Alabama Crimson Tide? Well, for Oklahoma to advance in the first round of the playoff, the formula is clear. The Sooners must dictate the physicality of the game from the opening drive. That starts in the trenches, where Oklahoma's defensive front must disrupt the opponent's rhythm and force uncomfortable situations early. Creating turnovers and short fields will be crucial, especially if points are at a premium. Offensively, Oklahoma doesn't need to be explosive. It needs to be efficient. Sustaining drives, converting third downs, and limiting mistakes will keep pressure off the defense and prevent momentum swings. If the Sooners can keep the game close into the fourth quarter and keep it as tight as possible, I think that they can take over and topple the Tide. In conclusion, the 2025 Oklahoma Sooners are not just another playoff team. They're a program in transition, blending historic expectations with a modern SEC reality. This team represents proof that Oklahoma can adapt without losing its identity. With a defense that embodies toughness, a coaching staff committed to discipline, and a roster that has already proven itself against elite competition, the Sooners enter the playoffs as one of the most intriguing teams in the field. Whether this run ends in a first-round exit or turns into something special, Oklahoma's return to national prominence feels real. And for a program built on championships, tradition, and belief, that's exactly what the Sooners expect. If you enjoyed this video and enjoyed this type of content, drop a like and maybe follow the channel. I'm going to be doing this type of content for the foreseeable future. I'm going to be doing this and football picks. This is kind of what I want to do with this channel for the next little bit. So I hope everyone likes it and enjoys the rest of their day.